Wow, the music just fades and cuts out like that, huh? Well, hello. I'm Mythic Moth and this is Palworld 1.0 and I just thought about it. Oh my god, this is gonna be a learning experience. Because, I mean, I've played this game a ton, but I didn't think about my keyboard is gonna be making noise. It is, you can probably hear that while I'm talking though, 1 minute. Hello, I am Mythic Moth, and this is not technically the starting cutscene, but keyboard shenanigans happened. We'll I'll talk about that in a minute. This is Palworld. I'm super excited to play it, and I'm pretty sure... Was the tree always in that direction? I guess it was, wasn't it? Okay. Wow, look at the sanctuaries as well. Everything seems not hidden. I forgot to check if I have mods enabled. 1 minute. Okay. I am back. And... I'm pretty sure... I'm just an idiot. There was... I'm pretty sure at some point they did an update to just move, like, the sanctuaries closer. I was unsure whether or not, like... I felt like they did the sort of Subnautica thing, where if you're too far away, they try to hide it behind clouds. And this is a good game. I played this game a ton when it came out, and as it got updated, I'd go back and play more and more. Are those Cativa larger than normal? Or am I just very small? I am small, by the way. That's the party. Hello, Wings. This is me. I'm very smug. Talk to the person near the Great Eagle statue. Yes, I've played a good amount of this. I love Palworld. Palworld is such a fun game. With these quests at the top right, is it gonna be like before, where after you beat the quests, it's just like, hey, now you just like permanently have a thing in the top right telling you to go beat the next guy in the next tower? But, what was I talking about? Very good at losing my train of thought today. I don't remember. Have I mentioned that I love this game yet? Because I do. This is such a fun game. And frankly, it's too rough, maybe, is the word I would use, than something we'd get from Nintendo. Like, ever from Pokemon. And, like, obviously, we can pretty much, like, expect to never get, like, a Pokemon game that's like this, where you are going around hitting them with wooden clubs and stuff. As amusing as it would be to just, like, run up and hit a Spoink with a wooden club. I don't know why I chose Spoink, it just seemed funny. Okay. Rocks. Chikipi. So the pals that I am planning to go for, Ron Cherry Aqua has always been like a good default one for me that I've just liked, and there's so much more to see. Oh. It's fine. I can take these guys. Like, they can't do anything. Ugh. Man, whacking them is... I still don't get used to, like, hitting them over the head with the top of a wooden club. Even after having played his games for, it probably has been over 100 hours on a different save file. But the developers recommended start a new one, because they reworked a whole bunch of stuff. I did read through the patch notes, so I have, like, a basic understanding of what's added. But I don't remember in super detail. I know there are a few ways to make PAL stronger than they were before. And PAL damage is now meant to be able to be higher than player damage. Oh, the weapon menu is new. That's very nice. Very nice to see. PALs with similar traits cannot work together if you, or rather, the traits don't stack if you have two of the same guys on your team, which is like, what were they called? Gob fins? The guys that increase the amount of damage that, like, you do or something. And the meta was, hey, just put 5 of those guys on your team. Maybe disassemble, see? Put 5 of those guys on your team. And just do a ton of damage that way. But no, they want you to diversify, which I agree, that's significantly more fun. I am excited to see new traits, because it seems like they didn't want things to just be boring. Seemed like they wanted things to be more interesting. Like, the big one that always stood out to me was, like, Lunaris. The Lunaris trait was, like, increased carry weight by 40 or something. And that's like, lame and boring. Especially when, like, there's stuff like Fox Sparks that's, hey, you use it as a flamethrower. And, you know, I'm not expecting to be able to use Lunaris as an energy cannon. Even though that would be super cool, but I'm hoping it's more than, like, that number down there that says 300 is now gonna say 340. Because that's not exactly... Oh, I don't have the food bag yet. Right, it's not exactly super interesting. Boost any stat? I mean... Stamina goes up by 10. Health goes up by 100. Like, that's so much. That's so much more of a benefit right now. And, like, crafting speed is nice, but it's like... Like, come on. You're gonna get pals to do it anyway. Oh, in technology menu T, unlock Pal Sphere. Which, I think they changed the recipe for this as well. It just requires, what's it called? It just requires Paldium instead, which is very nice. This is very important. I don't know if we have skins. Do this. Produce a Pal Sphere. A primitive workbench. Yeah, it's only Paldium fragments, which is... It's just so nice. The keyboard sounds only get picked up while I'm talking, by the way. Right, that's what I was going to talk about. I'm going to get a new mic. Because this one is currently a condenser mic. And if you don't know what that means, as far as I understand it, it's basically... It picks up a lot of everything everywhere. Which is not good if I don't want it to be doing that. Because ideally, I only want this mic to be picking up my own voice. So I've ordered a new mic, and I guess an audio mixer as well. I guess I didn't need that. I'm not gonna do anything with it. Right. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna go around and collect Paldium. And... just set Lamball to crafting. What's taking up so much space? Is it rocks and wood? It sure is. How do I take half? Left shift, left click. I guess I could drop it, but whatever. Why am I mining more stone? I just got rid of it because it's too heavy. Brain. I used to be a Mac laptop user, trackpad warrior, if you will. I used to be really good at aiming Minecraft arrows. It was always the biggest compliment as a child when you're playing Minecraft with your friends and a bow drops from something and you're doing like PvP or whatever, and someone goes, oh, give Moth the bow. He's really good with it. It's always the best feeling as a kid. Been extremely curious about the tree ever since launch, and we finally get an answer. The sickness is still here. You can probably hear it a little bit. My nose is a bit stuffed, but it's not unbearable. Also, did they fix this bug? They didn't. I think they know people liked it. So if you don't know, there's a bug that when you press the sort option, it resets the timer. Like the spoil timer of all the food on your inventory. I think they realized people liked that and just decided not to patch it. Like either that or like they don't know about it. I mean, obviously there were 3 options. They don't know about it, they do know about it, but they decide to patch it or that they don't. Thank you, brain. Stop picking up stones. We gotta place a base somewhere. Like the spot that like everyone starts with on their first playthrough up there. I don't want to do that. We're gonna find somewhere more interesting. I've set up like a base over there, and there have been bases. I think I've done a base. Well, I guess I can't show on the map, but like over there in that direction. Already, huh? Where's the legendary? It's not the memorist. Popperai? This is new. Right, there are 72 new pals. Get him, Lamball. Also, I need to look for lag, because my game lagged a little bit, and that makes me worried that my model's gonna lag. I am not doing enough damage to this guy. Maybe I can catch the smaller one and it can help. You know what? No, I have an idea. Memorist, get him. Look at these guys. They're encroaching on your territory. Yeah, get him. Oh, you messed up now. That's how it goes. Thank you, Memorist. So what do you need to... Right, yes, place a PAL box. And I know, we can have multiple bases. Had a base down here before. With friends. Granted, that one didn't last very long, because... like, a whole bunch of the people we played with were not having fun with the game. Which... honestly, I don't get it. This is... this is just like... I don't know, it seems like such an easy game to have fun with because of how goofy it is. But let's find a nice place to put down the PAL box. And we can come back when we need to. I guess we can catch guys on the way. So, other big changes. Condensing PALs up to level 5 only takes 48 of them now, as compared to like the 112 that it did before, or something like that. So that's pretty huge. Right, catching guys to complete like their XP bonus. Normally that would take like... what was it? It'd take 12 before? That's been reduced to 5, which is nice, because honestly, that was probably my... How heavy is this? Oh, I can hold on to it. That probably was my least favorite part of the game. Because, like, when I'm playing Pokemon, I just try to catch one of everything. And that's how I like to do it. I don't like to catch, like, a ton of the same thing over and over again, but I don't mind in this game. Really? Like, obviously, because it's just so much faster. Oh, it's okay. I'm only kidnapping your friend. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe they're more the friends. I am getting some lag here or there, so I might turn down the graphic settings. Will you get out of here? Or do you want to join your friend? Because that can also be arranged. I have enough for it. You know what, Pangullet? Here, you get to come with me as well. You seemed interested. 92 is definitely always gonna work, right? Oh. You know, I was thinking there is a chance that, like, I should say it because, oh my god. I was thinking that, like, oh, there's a chance that's not gonna happen, so I should say it, so in case it doesn't happen, it's, like, kind of funny. But then I was like, oh, whatever, it's not gonna happen. Oh, these guys are not new. Okay. There are... yes, 72 new ones. And I think... like... 28 or something are variants of pre-existing ones. So that'll be very exciting to see. But all of the sanctuaries are like... what? They have like their own ecosystems now with their own unique pals. Which I'm pretty sure they had their own unique pals before, mostly. Right, this is something I remember, going around just gathering megaspheres. Not megaspheres, I guess, but just spheres in general, because that was just kind of the best way to get them. Which, I'm pretty sure they reduced the crafting cost a whole bunch. And they also give you more per craft now, I think? Don't quote me on that one. Was a statue up here? Yeah, there it is. And an early cave can establish... you can go into a cave before establishing a base. Can we see what time it is? We can. We may as well, because it's so cold out here. I'd like to go somewhere significantly less conventional than the starting island. Upperai, go, get him. I don't know if we're even going to be able to do this now that I think about it. Ow. I might need to, like, duck in and out of the cave for warmth and, like, build a bow and a ton of arrows. Oh, good job. Good job, Pupper. I was thinking about capturing that guy. It's... I mean, I guess I could have looked at the capture rate, but we don't need to do that just yet. Okay. Can't build in a dungeon. Okay, so we are gonna have to go outside. You seem to be used to heal, right? I can't remember. Maybe you build a healing salve out of them. But look, if you sort, it resets the timers on them. Just super nice and super generous. And what can these guys do? Increases the player's melee weapon damage by 10%. That's something at least. Lumbering. Gathering, transporting. So, something I saw is that Pupperai looks eager to help with logging. Right? He's not doing very much, but it's, you know, he is helping. And we are reaching daytime here. Man, I really need more stamina. There's also an entirely new area that's like floating islands or something. What I really want to see is the pets that are like ground mounts. Like I really like Celestia, but of course once you get a flying mount, they're like, why would you ever use them? So I would like to see if they ever did anything with that. There was a like better riding mod that I used for a while that just made them at the very least more bearable to use. They still weren't great, but it made them usable. So we'll see about that. And it said that there were some pals that didn't need, like the things that you gotta craft for them, like maybe the Foxparks harness, I would assume, is one that like you wouldn't really need. That's my guess at least. They removed a whole bunch of them. They didn't remove like saddles, which I know because in the patch notes they also mentioned when you do PAL randomization, like around the world, you start with all the saddles unlocked. So, one, I think that's just a very nice change. But two, that means there are still saddles in the game. Which, you know, that makes sense. Right, I'm sure there's like a ton of more stuff. The patch notes, by the way, so Steam's patch seems like character limit for patch notes or like update notices or whatever is like 30,000 or something like that. Palworld's initial patch notes were 60,000. So they've done a lot of stuff in this. Obviously, they said they were able to trim it down without compromising. Without, like, compromising the content of the patch notes. But even then, I think it's still, like, insanely long. It refused to load on my phone, at least. And there are some pals that have a skill that, when you place them at base, they increase the work suitability of every other pal at the base. Like, for a specific, category. What are those things? Those are new. No, get back here, Clovey. I wonder if Clovey was planned to be in this area from the start, and they just decided, hey, we're not gonna implement all the starting area guys here, or if they decided to... Or if they did decide, like, hey, we should probably add some more guys to the start, let's make some. Because I know they showed concept art of, like, the Lotus Dragon, or whatever, that we're gonna see on one of the later islands. But again, that's on one of the later islands, and even then the concept art could have been from long ago. Yeah? Okay. Let's take a look. I want treasure. I really want to go for the Terraria stuff as well. Namely the Terra Prisma. Of the weapon summoner stuff also. More unused stat points. Man, I'm normally more on top of those. Do I want to bother picking up the flowers? It's just gonna crowd, like, inventory space right now. It's gonna be such a long time till I'm able to use them, either. Oh, right, but now that I think about it... Okay, I'll pick up one to see if the recipe changed, but... chests can... now, or not can, I'm pretty sure they were just changed to, instead of giving you, like, just items at the end of dungeons, that they give you schematics. Well, okay, here's the end of the dungeon. I'm not going to go around and backtrack too much. They changed some of the dungeons to make it easier to not get lost. Level 11, Daydream. Well, I have 124 arrows with your name on them. So, while in party, Herbal uses its healing powers to restore 30% of the player's max health when incapacitated. Okay, you're getting saved, so I can sacrifice you later. Okay, sure. Best boy. That's the name of the partner skill. Where's the Daydream going? Excuse me, you're supposed to be over here. I like the music, though. Was that the Pupperai that just did 37? Almost assuredly, because I'm not doing that much damage. Which means that if the Daydream does decide to target my Pupperai, I should try to pull it in, because it's just doing more damage than I am. Will you get this thing out of here? Well, okay. I mean, you got the other one out of here, but I didn't really want you to replace it with another one immediately. Also, does the Daydream have a status effect? That is a unique symbol next to his name. But, you know, obviously, this is standard Palworld stuff. Not super difficult. At least not yet. And we'll get there, I'm sure. We are playing on normal difficulty, which I think... It doesn't act exactly like Terraria. Okay, body shot. Another one. But it's... on death, you don't drop your equipment, I think, anymore, which is really nice. Reload Master. I mean, that's probably not going to help, since the only thing that I can reload is a bow, and that doesn't take very long. But right, it's in my PAL box. Okay. Learned Seed Machine Gun. Ancient Tech Manual, and a Speed Remedy. Raises work speed by a slight amount when consumed? Sure. By how much? So I'm at 100? 150. That's not a slight amount. And what was I gonna say? That thought's gone. It's like sorta still lingering here. There's a chance I might recover it. No, I'm losing it. Every second, more and more gone. What's in there? Is that like a different kind of chicken? It's not a chikipi. Oh, you finally noticed? Or did you know you just had enough of me, like, sitting there aiming at your head? Too bad they can't drop their guns. Oh yeah, go get them. Well, okay. Maybe using the shotgun blast from a distance isn't a great way to do it. But whatever works. What's the capture rate? It doesn't say. Oh, it's one of these guys. I forgot these guys exist. The Tokokos or whatever. What are you called? Toko Toko. Gifted me a peach? Little kinship peach. It is said that a pal who eats it will open its heart to humans. Choose carefully which pal you give it to. I choose carefully. Is that like, does that actually matter, or is that just like flavor text? Because if that is like, hey, this thing actually is rare, choose carefully, then I'll probably wait until I get someone who is gonna end up being like a permanent addition to the team, or more permanent one at least.